Christmas Eve is my busiest day of the year because of family, cake, everything, and cleaning. Oh my god, I did not enjoy Christmas Eve since I got family. So, and this is our living room. I finally cleaned it a little bit, adding 2 shelves and also rearranged a little bit, but still covered with Lego. And here, behold, the ugliest Christmas tree I ever have in 10 years. The husband is a bit late to pick up the trees, so this is a leftover from our village. And some presents for the family. Because of the pandemic, we will not make a big thing. It's only inside our own small family. The biggest ugly box is for our uncle. We have to transport it. So here we look. We got finally the furniture arrived. Swiss speed. At least it's before the new year. Oh, I myself wanted a black shelf that like the real plant collector have at home, but I got voted out by the family, so we bought this white cupboard and combination thing. Yeah, and because of the color of it, so I tried, but I really don't like to put too many plants on it. At the moment, I enjoy this. The shelf is the beautiful variegated maranta. During the day, the leaf goes down like this. And in the night, it goes really up to do the prayer thing. It looks like they are dancing every night. Very strong, and also maybe because of that, she drinks a lot of water. Now she's safely in a clay pot. They grow much better than before in a plastic pot. Here is a stupid cupboard I don't need. Something goes wrong with odd. And then here I have a small red maranta. I also have the stickers gegen against the net. But as a precaution, it's not really something is happening. And I bought the same pot from the same shop. The one with the variegated is very nice, and this one does not breathe. I don't know what's going on. I'm really disappointed. Now I switch. I had a short, fancy dream about plastic nursery pot and pretty decoration pot. Now it's time to wake up from the dream. Let's focus on the house. I have to switch most of my plants to red clay pot, the terracotta pot. And here is very strong syngonium, pink syngonium. This is a real low light plant. This is the real one. It grows continuously, constantly grow, put on new growth, and old leaves also leaf very long. It's really brilliant. I had no idea that syngonium is such a strong house plant. This is a new peperomia baby plant. Recently, I think I have to take a break on the peperomia purchasing because they grow so fast, they die so fast. The tempo is so fast, it makes me exhausted. And the red maranta, I never see a big plant here by us. All I ever bought the maranta are very tiny sized. This is a new leaf. I don't have a lot of humidity here, but I find that maranta need more light than calathea and less humidity than calathea. This is what I thought. Behind worse used to be the baby size. Worse used to be this baby size begonia. Now it's quite big. They grow very nicely. Here I just bought it last week. I finally find a variegated strawberry begonia, which is technically not a begonia, but finally variegated. We have the green one, the normal one, all over the place in hanging basket, but in my dark, depressive living room, I really want to have all the plants to have white variegation. It's really light up the whole living room. So I really start to reduce my house plants, because even though I enjoy looking at videos with these lush, crowded plant collections, when it comes to myself, I think because I'm a lonely, I prefer to have empty shelf and 1 or 2 plants. Upstairs is the string of heart, and this is the easiest, the best house plant I ever met. They grow in bright, they grow in dark, and they have the leaves. When it has enough water, they are flat. When they are thirsty, the leaves will tell you it's just curl inside. This is really the best. And here is a lonely dying syngonium baby plant. I don't know why I bought him, but I really enjoy pick up some baby plants. And here is a Lego in the middle. I don't know who put it here. Now it turn around. Here comes the newly favorite. Also, I have here the string of turtles. It was also from baby plants, really tiny little plants. I put it in the clay pot also, and I would say not direct sunlight. I find it will bleach out the pattern. So I put it a little bit away from the window. They put out, they grow very fast. Next, I hope next year this guy can root deep and have bigger turtles. At the moment, the root is quite shallow, so the turtles are also quite tiny, but still cute. And here somebody throw toys to my plants again. Look here, you can see the new arrowroot is also coming out. It drinks a lot of water. And this is a new leaf just unfolding himself during the Christmas time. I missed him every morning. It's not like some people say mist is good, some people say it's pointless. For me, if I missed him 8 o'clock in the morning, by 10 o'clock you still see water drops on the surface. It's not, I don't think it's pointless, because it prevents that the liquid from the root system through all the way to the tips, that you don't evaporate it too fast, that no water can make it to the end, then you have brown tips. or the white variegation is very attractive. And these leaves, I have to turn it a little bit away from the window because here, I think I got it burnt a little bit. I was greedy. I turned this leaf to the window for more sunlight. Now I have to turn him a little bit back. So it grows quite good, but I only had it for 2 weeks. It's too early to be relaxed. I got this LED lamp, a normal lamp from the furniture shop. With it's very smart looking, but with the ugliest cable in the world. It's added a little bit light. I'm not ready to transfer my living room to a plant farm, so I don't think I want to buy real professional grow light just to survive the darkest time of the winter. So it's really cute. I think it's not a bad thing that I bought it at the most difficult time to grow plants in a year. It's like opening ice cream shop in winter. If you can survive the beginning, we only go better and better each day. I hope it's doing great when the spring finally comes. Here is a new leaf from Calathea Variegata. It's not grow as good as by the east window upstairs, but upstairs too bright to burn the leaves, downstairs is too dark. It's quite difficult, and this Calathea is grow so big. It barely fit anywhere in the house. It's quite difficult for me to find a place for her. In worst case, maybe we have to share the... I actually have no trouble at all with water my baby Calathea plants. I think it's because they have the rear root system. They're fine, 50-60%. Perfectly fine, and they do drink a lot. Yes, because of the size problem. Look at this giant. Look at this giant Calathea Variegata. I have to. The only place I can find at the moment is in the kitchen, standing with my cookware. I'm sorry, but this is the best I can do. Otherwise, we have to sleep together in the sleeping room. Somebody in the sleeping room has to move out, perhaps. This is a mature leaf. It's huge. This is quite a young leaf. It's much bigger than I bought it, the size of the leaves, and they are also quite heavy. It's not so easy to pray anymore in the night. And our winter is quite dark. I try to keep the light on at least to add a little bit light to the life. But they are doing pretty good, and I also don't worry about water problem anymore since I changed to the clay pot. Not a problem at all. I think it's half the problem is coming from that we actually purchased unhealthy Calathea without knowing it. Then everything goes down with it. And also, of course, too much salt in the tap water or other water people are using. I have to use rainwater, snow water, water from the dehumidifier. Make sure there's almost no salt in the water. This girl, she just don't deal with salt, don't deal with minerals. Everything is fine. Beautiful, beautiful. I realize I actually don't like Calathea. I visit every single one available in the market. There are many. I think I only like velvet leaves. That's why I totally in love with Calathea varsiviti. But I especially the network Calathea. The leaves are thinner than a paper, and the edges are permanently curving and flying around in the wind. Got me crazy. So I like the heavy ones. I like the heavy, solid foliage. The personal preference, excuse me. Now here we are at the kitchen window, north-facing kitchen window, my best place for orchid and also Hoyas. I used to have my orchid collection here, but now I don't have it anymore. Here is my easiest houseplants I ever bought recently. Yes, I think I know a lot of videos have experienced trouble with this jewel orchid, but jewel orchid Marcodes patula, the only thing I ever did for it is that I paid for it. Then I just took it home and put it in this candle stand with a glass to protect it, and put it on the north-facing window, exactly the right amount of light the plant needs and no direct sunlight to burn it. It's the biggest leaf went very big at home since I bought it, and now you can see in the middle a new leaf is unfolding himself. I only watered it once because this material can contain a lot of water and it's in a glass. You can also just put a drinking glass over it, but it has to be in a glass. Outside in the house, air is too dry and no drought, no wind. It just needs stabilizing, stable and quiet. It grows perfectly inside. How long have I got it? A month or so. Yeah, just plenty of indirect light at the north-facing window and a glass shelter for him. That's it. The garden center where I bought it have it directly in the house, in the room. They are a little bit drying out, browning. I feel it's a pity that I did not buy another one. Now it's not good anymore. It's not healthy anymore by there. It's really like a light bulb in this glass shed, in this glass space. But I'm getting ambitious with Hoya australis Lisa. I'm totally in love with it. And this biggest plant needs definitely a trellis. I cannot decide which one I use. Maybe the bamboo stick. And I will change them into clay pot. It's easy to give water. In plastic pot also not a problem, but it's ugly. Because most of the time they stay dry. I only water it like once a month. The light is more important, the support is more important. I never had enough of these strong, big, thick leaves. So strong, but I also don't dare to turn them around. You can see the plants direct at the window are much taller than the plant behind. I will just set up the trellis first and repot it in clay pot, and let me have a look. basically speaking, it's like the good-looking Hoya Canosa Crimson Queen don't grow fast, but the ugly one grow quite fast, too fast. That's the main reason I gradually don't like it very much anymore. I don't like this only with tiny little bit variegation, and it's also yellow. But they grow very nicely. And the pretty ones, very slow. You can see they are in the same situation, same location. So maybe next time when I film, here will be full of orchid, jewel orchid, or Hoya australis Lisa. I'm totally in love with Lisa at the moment, and of course Hoya Crimson Princess, but I have them upstairs. They are growing also. They are beautiful and faster growing at the same time. Now I finished. Every year always something's wrong, but it's okay. 10-inch big Christmas cake. Everybody's happy with chocolate dipping. Every year I got something wrong with the dipping, not the master. But it's good. It's good. In the middle I will do some candles, so I have to let it. Quite nice. Yeah, my family is very loyal to the same taste, so I almost make every year the same thing, but I used to have whipped cream decoration flowers, but then the taste is a little bit boring, so I recently switched to a little bit chocolate topping, and sometimes I put cookies and sometimes some fruits, and the candles in the middle. So it's good. Everything is fine. Plants are fine. Cake is fine. Now only wait, looking forward for the Christmas dinner. And thanks for watching and for your patience, and have a happy new year.